Hey guys, okay, thanks for tuning in today. We got a little something different. We're serving up something different today, something innovative. Kristin Railton is going to be walking us through a live power hour. And our power hour, in case you don't know, is like our daily to-dos, like the must-to-dos in order to grow your business. And sometimes people are like, how does that even look in my life? Well, Kristin, who is often leading the leaderboards in DFG, is lending her wisdom and knowledge today and walking us through a live power hour. So you're actually going to be working together like in a mastermind group right now, which is kind of cool. Very innovative idea. I've seen it been done a few times, but I've never had anyone in DFG do it. So I appreciate Kristin doing this for us. Thanks, girls, so much. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself, unmute you, and turn it over, okay?
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here. It's going to be a little, feeling things out because I'm going to be teaching you guys as we go. I've led a few of these recently, found out about it in a mastermind group I'm a part of, and thought it was really interesting because I know so many of us, we say do the power hour and we have the photo and we know what the steps are, but I think we just kind of I get overwhelmed when I look at that. I start it and I stop. I get distracted by whatever else is going on. So the great thing about Live Power Hour is whoever is leading it is running a timer. And you have, like, say, whatever step it is, say it's 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to get it done. You don't have time to scroll the Facebook feed. You don't have time to get up and change your laundry. You get your work done. And so it's really been amazing with my team, especially with new coaches, to learn how to get their power hour done and to see that we can truly do what we do in about an hour. And this was adapted from Danielle Natoni's Live Power Hour, if you guys know her, Fit and Funky. But the leaders on my team and myself, we kind of did it once and then we went through and revised just so it was a little better for our needs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how we started. The first thing that we normally do is create an event. So I'll put an event out and it will be, there's two ways you can run it. You can run it through your event page. If you do that, you want to create a private event because the first time we did it, we created a public event so people could just click to join. And while we were doing it, it was popping up in people's feed. So that was a little crazy, live and learn, but you want to do a private event and then invite people to your event. What we have decided to do within my team is we run 2 of these a week now. We just started. And so we've created a Live Power Hour private group. And in the group, instead of running it on the event page, we have files for event script or invite scripts, follow-up scripts, all of those things. So everything's right there for you guys to work and get the information if you need it. And that way, anyone from our team can decide on Tuesday, hey, I want to do my power hour. I want some accountability. Let me put it out there, jump in this group, and get 5 of us together. So it's a group that's always open for our team to run the power hour through. So we are going to do a short version of the power hour. We typically, and I'll upload the file that we use so you guys can see the real times that we use. It's going to be way too short for you guys to complete these steps today, but we really don't have the time that you need to do it all. And that way you can kind of get an idea of what it feels like and how we go about doing it. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And the first thing, this is actually the event page that we created. Monica, one of my coaches, is doing the Live Power Hour this week. And just a short description, but what I always put in here before we start so people know to come prepared, I think that's important, is you need to come to the event prepared. We're going to be working. So you should have your tracker with your conversations, your follow-ups, your your leads, whether that be a notebook you use, a program online like Teamsy, electronic documents like Google Docs. Please have everything open on your desk or computer screen and ready to go. You're going to need multiple screens open. You will need the private group open. That's if you do the group or the event. And you'll most likely need another screen for a Facebook window, possibly your email, and your coach online office. And I always encourage people to ask questions if they need to. So that's what our event kind of looks like. And it just, informs people before they come and we get ready to go how to be ready to work and be prepared. So I have also, since I'm leading it, I have my document open here. And I'll just copy and paste from the document as we go along. So this is just kind of what I post in the beginning. And we'll do it in the group. So what I have people do in the beginning is post their 3 vital behaviors for the day, just because that's such an important part along with our power hour of what we do, and it holds us accountable. So you want to post what Shakeology you're drinking, what your workout is going to be, and what your PD is going to be. That's just a little extra step that we've added in our group, just to kind of show, especially for new coaches and those who are just coming in, that it's important. The 3 vitals are important, so you're held accountable on that also. And then we'll go to the first assignment. So the first assignment is finding people on Facebook to become friends with. So I'll copy it, paste it in the group, and then I'll set my timer. What I tell people is a way to, it has a little bit of a description, but if Facebook suggested friends are a way to find friends, mutual friends of somebody, I like to do, because I'm friends with lots of photographers, maybe find a group of people you're friends with, and I go in and find a photographer that has friends who are mutual friends and friend them. So typically we do this for 5 minutes, but I'm going to actually have you guys do this. So try to find 3 new friends on Facebook, and we're just going to do it for 2 minutes. I know it's going to be short, but we're just going to get a feel for what it is. So I'm going to set my timer and go ahead and start. Okay, guys, so time on finding new friends is up. Hopefully you got a couple done. I know it's quiet and it's kind of boring when we're doing it, but people are working, and I think it's just, it's not like something to be fun. It's really just to hold each other accountable. And I see my internet connection's unstable. Am I frozen? You guys are good? I'm good? Okay. All right. And if you see on my screen, Vanessa, because she's part of our team, she liked the post when she was done. So that's when you're done with each assignment. Some of them say like the post, or some say, you know, comment done when you're done finding people. That way we know you were able to accomplish it. Just kind of another step to hold each other accountable. So we're going to move on to the next step. So I'm going to go over copy and paste assignment 2. And assignment 2 is just reaching out and connecting with 5 people. Normally you do this for 10 minutes, but we're just going to do this for a few minutes. So if you only get a few people, that's totally fine. They're the example of the hey girl or yo bro message. Down here, there's a little example. You know, just if you feel like under pressure, you can't think of anything, that you could kind of copy and paste from here and add in your own personal message to them. You want to try and do 5 of these messages in 10 minutes normally in a regular power hour. And click like when you're done and share the names of the people you messaged in the comments below. One tip that I found when doing the connecting is I go ahead and turn on my chat bar. And what I find is a lot of times people pop up that I haven't thought about. And so I just kind of go down the list and connect with people. Just be really careful not to respond back to messages, since we are just trying to focus on the one task we're doing right now. But that's a way that's kind of easy to think about people. You can kind of look at what they're doing at their page and connect with them. So we're going to have just a few minutes to say hello to, try to get 5 people. Go ahead and go. Okay, guys, time up for that one. And like you, I don't know if you saw it, you were probably doing your thing, but when I messaged someone, she responded right back because she was online. And it's so tempting to start, messaging with that person. And then I think that's why this is so good. I knew I had to keep going, because then we can get in a conversation and, it's an hour later and then we haven't even done our other things we need to do for our power hours. So we're going to move on to assignment number 3. And assignment number 3 is inviting. And inviting either for challenge group or coaching opportunity. We keep in this group, we keep scripts for people to make it easier. If you do it as an event, I actually posted just ideas right there underneath the assignment for people. And, you just want to make sure you personalize it. Hopefully, when you get into doing this, you see the importance of really tracking your business. And I know for quite a while I was not doing a good job at this. And even doing a live power hour has really helped me with tracking, because you'll be like, okay, I need to pull 5 people to invite. Well, I have no idea who I've been talking to now. If you're in that boat, scroll back through your Facebook messages, take a look, and write them down and start tracking it now. But we're going to go ahead and just do a couple of minutes to try and send out. The goal is typically 10 minutes for 5 invites, but we're just going to do 3 minutes for as many invites as you can do. So go ahead and start. All right, guys, so that ends the time for inviting. We're going to do one more. There are 8 assignments in all, but we're going to go ahead and do follow-ups, because I think follow-ups are so important, and hopefully you come away with today at least learning how to do this, but also getting some actual work done. That was kind of my intention, being able to say, you know, even if the day gets crazy, that you actually did some inviting, some following up. And if you, this part too was really, really made it clear to me that I had to do a better job tracking, because if you haven't tracked somewhere, you don't know who you're following up with. So we're just going to take a couple of minutes to go ahead and follow up. There is an example below on my screen, and like I said, the same thing, I have examples of all these things in the groups and post them on the event page if you're not sure what to say when you're following up and inviting. So typically it's 10 minutes for 5 follow-ups, and like the post when you're done. And then we're just going to do about 2 minutes for as many follow-ups as you can do. So go ahead and start. Okay, guys. All right. So those are the only steps we're going to do live today. I'll read through just what the other ones are for you. Number 5 is challenge group check-in. Encourage your challengers, take note of who's not participating and reach out to them. Number 6 is go to your coach online office, check your breaking news, look at your sponsorship drill down. Basically just get around in your coach online office and, you know, make sure you know what's going on. Number 7, if you have coaches under you, check in with at least 3 of them. And if you don't, then I just encourage people to go back and do something else that they feel they could use more time on, like inviting. Number 8 is craft a Facebook or Instagram post. You must have a picture with it. Promote either Shakeology, a workout, personal development, or coaching. Be visually appealing, and words to post must invoke emotion of some sort. I tell people you don't have to post it right then, but basically just to get it out, because I know a lot of us overthink things, and that way, you know, if you know your traffic is high at night and you're doing this during the day, you can save that to post later. And then at the end, it's just congratulations on doing your power hour, some tips to help make your business grow. And so what I found with it is that the coaches that have been doing it a while, or new coaches, they get so much more confidence because they're actually getting things done. They're not stalled. It's kind of like when you have that pressure, you get things done. And so when they come away and know that they've done something good, and are understanding it better, I've seen just people grow so much just in a couple of weeks that we've been doing it. So it's been really great, and it's good to just get on and see each other's faces and be a part of, each other's lives in that way, because the community is one of the biggest parts for me. So that's all I have. If anybody has questions or...
Dude, I loved it. I think I can see how that would be very, very effective. I know, like, Lindsay and Katie and I, because we all live in like a 10-mile radius, we would just get together at each other's house and work silently, and just being in a group of people, not even talking to each other, but just other people who were focused and working, was encouraging. So I could see how this would work, especially in a Zoom type atmosphere like this. But you run it through an event, which you can't talk or anything, but
we still Zoom too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're like this. It's exactly like we did today.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just saw that someone asked a question that I was even going to mention. Are you going to upload that file in either DFG or Diamonds?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Because that was good. I like that. And can I just please point out number 6? The importance of number 6 is checking your online office. I know people overlook that, like, I'll just ask in DFG what's the breaking news, or I'll just never know it. Can you please just give yourself 3 minutes to go through that? It is so, so important. And if you have one coach under you, you are a leader, check your sponsorship drill down. As a coach who has to check a lot of sponsorship drill down, it is so encouraging to know that my coaches are also caring enough to check their own. So just establish that habit. I had fallen from Diamond once after I went Diamond, and it was because I didn't even know the sponsorship drill down existed. And I just thought that you just had to hope all your coaches did what they needed to do, but you can actually check to make sure, are they going to be active? Do they have enough coaches to stay Diamond? Do they have enough coaches to stay Emerald? Do all of their coaches have enough volume to stay active? Those little things that you need to be proactively checking before Wednesday at 11:30 p.m. So yeah, I like this. Does anyone have any questions or comments? I know you do. Somebody does. All these people. No? No, everyone knows? Tony, got any questions, baby? He's through a wall right here. His office is connected by mine by a wall.
No, I know.
Hold on, you're muted.
Yeah,
I got you.
No, I know that you've done this with Mike and a couple of the other coaches. Can you mute yourself there? How about this? Mute me and I'll come in there.
He tried. Oh wait, he's coming here.
I walked all the way to the other side of the building. No, I know that the coaches that you've worked with in one of the live power hours, I know they got a lot out of it, and so it's I think a brilliant idea, because you're all there, you're knowing what you're doing, and then if you do come up against any questions, you finish up with all the things that you want to do, and you get a question from somebody that you reach out to. Now you have that open forum in the Zoom group to say, hey, so-and-so just asked me this. How would you respond? And you can kind of all come up together with a response to them. And the new coaches can kind of see what you're saying and what other people would say. And it's just, a great team building experience. And, I know, like you say, Kristin, the community is the biggest thing. And I think the community is a huge thing for a lot of people in this business. So being able to do a live working event is pretty cool.
Cool. That brings up a good point. Do you guys stay on after the hour to address those kinds of things? Because you don't want to do that during your hour, because you want to just diligently work. But then questions that you have, you stay after for that?
Yeah, anybody that wants to stay after and has questions or talk about it. And in the end too, we don't actually have responding to messages scheduled into the power hour because, you know, I broke it down into about an hour, but of course that's something you have to go back and do. So then if you open your messages and like Tony was saying, you have questions or you need someone's advice on something, the great thing is there's quite a few of you there usually. So you have, you know, different ideas and a lot of people to pull from.
Would follow-ups not be considered like responding to messages?
Yeah, it would.
I pay off on that. You waste a lot of time.
Yeah, I think just like if you're getting messages back from, you know, reaching out, like I was getting that ding message, like just like, hey, how are you doing? That type of thing. If you want to go back later and respond to those, because I know when I do follow-ups, they're kind of like just checking in with you. I know you were interested, that type of thing. The others are more, I was thinking just more like getting the conversation going, chatting, that type of thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Following up with people that you've reached out to before or that have reached out to you that never pulled the trigger.
Right. Yeah. What is the best way to find out when friend requesting how to know if someone has a coach? I don't know. I mean, usually we chat a little bit for me about Beachbody, and I'll ask, you know, do you need help? You know, that type of thing. And they'll either respond with, I have someone helping me, or I don't know. What do you think?
When friend requesting, well, I always look at mutual friends because, you know, we obviously don't want to, you know, we want to find out where they are with that. No, the chances are that someone has a mutual friend that's a Beachbody coach doesn't necessarily mean that's their coach. So asking them, like just today I said, I was with my follow-ups here, I noticed that the last thing I had asked her was, because she'd reached out to me about wanting to get back into Shakeology, and I asked her a slew of questions. She never responded. But when I went back just now, my last question to her was, are you currently working with a coach? Because I just want to make sure that they aren't. Because, I mean, you just get massive amounts of messages, and most of the time they're either a coach or already have a coach. So just by asking, straightforward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't see the script. Is this more like cold messaging? It's for Irina. I didn't post the script this time just because normally, you know, we're running it through, now we've changed it through our group, and there's files in there that people can go in and just kind of look through. But you can do either way. If you know, have people you want to invite, it can be more personal, or you can do cold. And I actually, have a document from that's like a cold script. And I know in the Beachbody Champions group, there was a video, like I think Irina's talking about, where she just pulled up the live chat or the people who were online, and she just copied and pasted every single person that was online, basically like just a cold invite.
Kristin, is it real important for you always to have two screens? Because once you shared your screen, I couldn't look at my tabs.
Same here.
Same with you, Linz. I had to go to my phone.
Oh,
so I could see how it would be important to like maybe have my laptop and my, you know.
You can exit full screen when she's screen sharing. Like up at the top, it'll say Kristin is sharing her screen, and it has options next to it. And you just drop it down, and it'll close it back down to a smaller screen so you can see your tabs.
Awesome.
And I don't usually screen share when we're doing it. Just because I was showing you guys, that's why I screen shared. But normally we're just kind of like we are now on the Zoom, and everybody's looking at their own thing.
Okay.
Cool. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a quick one. Kristin, so like just to clarify, do you just like copy paste a message to just knock them all out, or do you just like a general just connection, like non-Beachbody related?
I'm looking at my tracker. So if I have people I want to, invite or follow up with that I've been talking to, then I'll, usually type out a personal message, or I'll take one of the invite scripts and change it to a more personal message. But if I don't have anybody I'm reaching out to, I'll just copy and paste for cold invite.
Okay, thank you.
Kristin, because we've made so many trackers and we've made them to be specific for certain groups and things like that, would you mind sharing what tracker you use with us?
Yeah, I use Joelle's notebook, the 5-page notebook, because I'm a pen and paper person. I'm looking at Teamsy. I've seen a lot of people, I know, Lindsay, that you said as you get bigger, you need to probably start doing, an electronic kind of database, but that takes a certain amount of learning, and for me. So right now, while I'm doing it, it's just easiest to write it,
Actually, I wouldn't even wait until you got bigger. I would form the habit now, because you would end up like me, who has like 14 different notes in my phone of people and notebooks, and it's just very unorganized. But I know that like Bonnie Engel still does a notebook and pen. Granted, she's had less years as I've had, but I'm guessing that she's probably had about the same amount of contacts that I've had. So, we have our own preferred methods. A lot of us grew up without having the computer, so pen and paper is what makes most sense to us. And then there's people that enjoy learning technology and they seek that out. But yeah, I would suggest, moving to an electronic storing source of some sort.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a brand new coach and you can just get started with that. Just like, oh, that's the way we do that here. Okay, here it is. Streak. There was a streak call that we've been implementing. That's been fun. Okay, anything else? This was good. We only lost one person, so this was very engaged. Everyone was engaged. That's great. Yeah. Fantastic. So I guess you said you run 2 a week with your team, perhaps?
Yeah, I usually try to do one during the day, one during the night, because, people work. So, and it's great because I have a few leaders who've stepped up and actually run them for me too. So I don't have to be there the whole time. So,
Such
yeah.
a feeling of duplication.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to put a pin in this. And perhaps start implementing a little live power hour with my team. Anyone else? Show of hands. Interested? Yeah. It's nice to have this community of we're all doing it together. Keeps you accountable. Thanks so much, girl.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I love teaching and doing this. So
good. Okay. Cool. Well, maybe I'll jump in one of your power hours one day.
Definitely.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks everybody for getting on. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.